Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Cyclones TV. I'm your host Nick Durst. Let's take a look at how the team fared this past week. On Monday, July 6th, the game went to extra innings as the Cyclones won 2-1 in 10 over the Williamsport Crosscutters. Tyler Badamo dominated, pitching 7 innings and striking out 6 batters, and in his last 2 starts, he has not allowed an earned run. Alfredo Reyes scored in the bottom of the 6th on an error, and the Cyclones won the game on yet another error as Jeff Deal scored. Christian Montgomery tossed a scoreless 10th to earn the victory, as the Cyclones completed the 3-game sweep of Williamsport. Wednesday, July 8th, the Cyclones traveled to take on the Hudson Valley Renegades and came away with a 5-3 victory. David Thompson went 4 for 5 at the plate with an RBI to lead the offense. Gabby Almonte was the winning pitcher. On Thursday, July 9th, the Cyclones only scored 1 run, but that was all they needed in a rain-shortened 7-inning, 1-0 victory versus the Hudson Valley Renegades. Tucker Tharp drove in Emmanuel Zabala with a double in the 3rd inning. In their Brooklyn debuts, Blake Taylor pitched 3 scoreless innings, as did Andrew Church, who picked up the win. Carlos Valdez earned his 2nd save of the season. On Friday, July 10th, the Cyclones fell 6-5 versus the Hudson Valley Renegades in 12 innings. Zach Matthew had his first home run of the season. Tucker Tharp and Oswald Caraballo each had an RBI. On Saturday, July 11th, it was Star Wars night at MCU Park, and there were many characters at the game, as well as the Saber Guild. On the field, the force was with Kevin Canelone, who pitched 6 1/3 innings and struck out 4 in the Cyclones' 2-1 victory over the Aberdeen Ironbirds. In the 2nd inning, after a double steal by David Thompson and Brandon Brozier, Pedro Perez drove them in with a single off the left field fence. Carlos Valdez pitched 1 2/3 scoreless innings in relief, and Alex Palsha picked up his 5th save of the season. He has yet to give up a run this year. Sunday, July 12th, the Cyclones fell 9-3 to the Aberdeen Ironbirds in a sloppy, error-filled game. Emmanuel Zabala, David Thompson, and Brandon Brozier drove in the Cyclones 3 runs. On Monday, July 13th, the game started at 11:30 a.m. Gabby Almonte was clearly a morning person as he tossed 7 solid innings while striking out 3. However, the Cyclones were defeated 2-0 by the Aberdeen Ironbirds. Now let's take a look at the New York Penn League McNamara Division standings. The Cyclones are in first place with a 15-8 record. The Staten Island Yankees are in second place with a 13-10 record. The Aberdeen Ironbirds are 12-11 in third place, and the Hudson Valley Renegades are also 12-11, tied for third place. Now let's take a look at the Cyclones Player of the Week. Vinny Siena since July 5th has 10 hits in 8 games and has scored 4 times. He has a .361 average, which is 2nd best in the New York Penn League. Now let's take a look at the Cyclones' upcoming schedule for next week. On Monday, July 13th, the team will be taking on the Aberdeen Ironbirds right here at MCU Park. It's an 11:30 a.m. start. On the 14th, the team has an off day. On the 15th through the 17th, the team will be taking on the Staten Island Yankees with the game on the 16th right here at MCU Park. Over the weekend, the team will be taking on the Vermont Lake Monsters with the Monday game also starting at 11:30 a.m. Hopefully you get a chance to check out one of these games. Now let's take a look around the Mets organization. On Sunday, it was the MLB Futures game in Cincinnati. Team USA won 10-1. Former Cyclone Michael Conforto hosed the runner at home trying to score, and he went 2 for 2 at the plate. Brandon Nimmo, another former Cyclone, was 1 for 2 with an RBI. The Savannah Sandknights are 45-42 overall for the season. Pitcher Scarlett Reyes is 9-4 and had a career-high 12 strikeouts in a 3-0 shutout victory on July 3rd versus the Augusta Green Jackets. The St. Lucie Mets are currently 46-43 overall for the season. They beat the Lakeland Flying Tigers Monday for their 6th straight win. Ahmed Rosario was 3 for 4 at the plate with a single, double, and a triple as the St. Lucie Mets won 5-3. The Binghamton Mets are 47-42 overall and are currently on a 5-game win streak after a 7-2 win against the Portland Sea Dogs on July 13th. LJ Mazzilli and Dustin Lawley had 2 RBIs each. The Las Vegas 51s are currently 53-38 and in first place in the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. Anthony Recker was named Player of the Week. He has 7 home runs and 16 RBIs in 18 games this season. Darren Gorski was named Pitcher of the Week. He had a 0.71 whip and 11 strikeouts in 7 scoreless innings while starting and pitching in relief last week. The New York Mets are 47-42. They're 2 games back in the NL East and 1 game back for the second wild card. They have won 7 of their last 9 games. Jacob deGrom played in the All-Star game on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, July 8th, he was deGrominant, pitching 8 scoreless innings with 10 strikeouts in a 4-1 victory over the San Francisco Giants. On Sunday, July 12th, Kirk Neuheis became the first Met to hit 3 home runs at home in one game, as the Mets won 5-3, completing their sweep against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last season, while playing in Kingsport, Cyclones catcher Brandon Brozier suffered a freak leg injury, which could have been career-threatening. This year, he's back with a vengeance. Recently, on July 5th, when the Cyclones won 9-2, Brozier had a grand slam and drove in a franchise record 7 runs. Let's take a look at what he had to say about this historic feat.
Didn't know what the record was going into the game. Not really something I think about, but found out after the fact that it was a record, and pretty happy about it. It's a great honor to have. I've been able to learn, the pitchers pretty well, being, with them throughout spring training and extended. I've caught most of all the guys here multiple times. I've caught everyone at least once, so I've been able to get to know them pretty good. Personal goals, I just want to hit well, obviously. I want to remain consistent and, finish the season without an injury. I think that's something that's been getting in the way, career-wise, but just try to be consistent. Atmosphere here in the Penn League is very different. We get a great number of fans, probably some of the best in minor league baseball, and it's different than spring training, and since we play it under the lights at night, and in spring training we're playing every day at noon, so it's definitely very different, but it's also very fun, and I enjoy it up here a lot.
The Cyclones have some great promotions coming up next week, such as July 16th, it's Irish Heritage Night. It's also Jersey Thursday. You'll receive a Shamrock jersey presented by Budweiser. Stick around after the game for post-game fireworks as the team takes on the Staten Island Yankees. Saturday, July 18th, it's Bus Driver Sandy Bobblehead Night, presented by MCU. It's also the Honeymooners' 60th anniversary night, Princess and Pirate Night, and there'll be post-game fireworks as well as the team kicks off their series against the Vermont Lake Monsters. On Sunday, July 19th, it's Selfie Sunday. It's Impractical Jokers Bobblehead Night, presented by True TV. Q, Murr, Joe, and Sal will all be in the stadium. Relay for Life Night will also be happening with pre-game Zumba for Life and post-game Luminaria. There'll be a jersey off the back raffle, a Sunday tea offer, and the kids run the bases post-game. On Monday, July 20th, the team will be wrapping up their series against the Vermont Lake Monsters with an 11:30 a.m. start. It'll be Camp Day 2, and everyone runs the bases post-game. That does it for this week's edition of Cyclones TV. Be sure to stay connected with the team by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Brooklyn Cyclones, following us on Facebook, liking us on Twitter, adding us on Instagram and Snapchat at BK Cyclones. Good night, Brooklyn. See you next time.